All right, folks, welcome back to another bag review with G-Man Adventures and Reviews. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. It's a great channel. It's growing slowly, and I'm getting a little bit better. I mean, little bit better at the video editing. So again, come with us along this journey. As you guys know, if you've seen some of the previous videos, and if you don't know, you're about to know, I do bag reviews. I do anything outdoor adventure wise, vacations, dirt bike riding, you name it, and all in the name of my son Garrett. The motto of this channel is Garrett Gives Back, and there's a video earlier on this channel to check out, you know, kind of the backstory there, and then just kind of where we're going with this and what we would eventually love to do with the channel if it ever gets to a certain point. So please join us for you know, that journey and be a part of it. It truly has a purpose, and the purpose is much greater than just you and I taking part in this video right now. Without further ado, I'm going to do a bag review. Today I have an Evergoods bag in front of me. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I do a one-take bag review. Saves me a lot of time on the editing, and again, provides you guys entertainment when I screw things up and I stumble over my own words and just don't make a whole lot of sense sometimes. So this right here, again, Evergoods. Evergoods is based out of Montana. It's over in Bozeman, Montana. I've got a couple, actually I have two bags by them. This is the Civic Travel Bag 20 liter, and I have a couple of their tech pouches and stuff too. I actually have about 4 of their tech pouches now, and I'm really actually happy with the product. I have another bag coming in. I won't spoil that for you guys, because I'll probably do a review on that here in the near future. But so far, I'm really loving these bags. I love the material that they're made out of. I love the functionality on them. They're not the lightest bags, you know, that you're going to come across, but I don't think that was their intent, you know. They're definitely durable, and their warranty, being a lifetime warranty, really speaks to that. So I wanted to kind of bring this bag in front of you today, talk about this a little bit, you know, to get deep in the specs of the bag itself, the material, where the material comes from. You guys can by all means jump online and search that yourself. I don't want to spend a lot of time and bore you to death with that information. You know, I will talk about kind of just the overall dimensions, the weight of the bag. The outside shell is made with a 420D water repellent material. The inside lining of that is also made with the 420D material. Very thick, very durable. I mean, you can not only see it, but when you grab a hold of it and feel it, you can tell that these bags are going to hold up for a long time. YKK zippers, as is the standard for bags within this classification. And then the dimensions, I got to look at my cheat sheet here. The dimensions it is 11 inches wide, so 11 inches width here. It is 18 inches, and I'm kind of rounding up, 18 inches tall. And then you have about 8 inches of depth with the bag. And I have this kind of loaded out with my daily materials that I take to work with me on a regular basis, with a couple tech pouches in there and everything too. So I'm going to switch it over to the other camera. We're going to jump right into it. And again, if you have this bag, first of all, comment below, share that with, you know, that with us. And then if you have other bags that are similar to or in comparison of a bag like this, the CTB 20 liter. I know they make a 26 liter, but this to me seems to be like that perfect, you know, everyday to and from work type of deal. Even if you're just beating feet around town for a little while and stuff. Again, it's not a super light bag, but it's pretty darn comfortable. So I would feel comfortable walking around with that. You know, throughout town and stuff. But share your comments below what some good comparisons are, and just some good information on what you've experienced with the bag, as well as maybe if you've had any hiccups with the bag. And definitely, if anybody's had any experience with that lifetime warranty aspect, I would love to read those to see what your experience with Evergoods has been on the customer service side of things. So I know for sure I'm looking forward to purchasing, don't tell my girlfriend this, purchasing more bags from Evergoods here in the future for sure, just based on what I have currently and what I very little of what I know about them and what I've seen, but definitely what I've heard about them. So let's jump into camera 2, and we'll get going on the exterior features of this bag, and we'll jump into the inside, and we'll kind of wrap it up with a couple of things that I love about it, and maybe if I have any critiques on what could be different or what changes I would make if I had the ability to. So, okay. And I'll switch over cameras here. All right, camera 2. And hopefully I fixed the lighting on this. I know the last bag I did with the Mystery Ranch review, Mystery Ranch 2-day assault pack, the lighting wasn't great, especially on this kind of side of the bag. So I added another little light above me here on a swing arm. Again, bear with me. I don't want to say I'm getting the hang of this whole videoing thing, but I'm making slight adjustments and very little improvement over time. So hopefully, in 5 years from now, hey, these things will be, Universal Studios quality. So then I'm going to start charging premium, for anything that I do. All right, all humor, cheesy, poor, and unfiltered humor aside, let's jump into it. So, Evergoods, the Civic Travel Bag, 20-liter, also known as the CTB 20-liter. As you have with every Evergoods bag or pouch, there's their standard. I think it's a 2x2 square. You can get Velcro squares for this. I did purchase 3. That comes in a 3-pack from what they have on their website. And they're just kind of little reflective strips because I have a couple of their Civic 2-liter pouches. And I had my camera stuff in there, but I kept forgetting which freaking camera I had in which pouch. And so I got some of those patches and slapped some color to them so I can easily or visibly delineate which one's which. So I already talked about the material of the bag itself. I'm going to start kind of from the back side here. The shoulder straps, there's no load lifters or anything. Obviously with the 20-liter, you don't really need that. Even there's some pretty good weight to this bag right now too. I don't know exactly how much weight I have in here, but the bag itself is, again, 3 pounds and a couple ounces. The shoulder straps are pretty thick, and I love the material. It's, again, that ripstop material. You can kind of see the grids in there. If that camera will focus a little bit, you can kind of see the grids in there. But very comfortable material, thick, contoured. The chest or sternum strap is adjustable, fairly easy to get on and off. It's not the guide rail that a couple of my other bags have, which I kind of like, but this definitely, once you have it in the spot, you're really not going to move that around too much unless your loadout completely changes. So it does not come with the waist belt or anything, but adjustment on the shoulder straps, again, very comfortable. The one thing, I'll just kind of jump into it now, the one thing I would like to see as far as any improvement or changes, I would love to see just a little not necessarily molly webbing at all, but just a couple of little attachment points, one on each shoulder for a quick carabiner or something like that. That'd be nice. Just because these don't have them, and I often use that. I mean, granted, you can kind of fish one through here, but it's sitting pretty low at that point. But I would like to see that. Personally, I would benefit from that. So in a selfish way, Evergoods, if you're listening, please take that into consideration. You have 2 stretchable water bottle pockets on either side. This is a 20 ounce, essentially kind of a Hydro Flask knockoff. Other side here, same thing. Stretchable. I think you can fit like a 1 liter Nalgene bottle in there. As far as like the really wide body Nalgene bottles, I don't know if that's going to fit. It's going to be pretty tight, and especially if you have the bag completely packed out, you got to give a little there. Handles on the bag all the way around, side handles, So if you're, except for obviously on the bottom, but side handles, top, again, one more, another one on the side. Actually, my mistake. There's only 2 handles. One on the, I guess, on the passenger side, if you want to call it that, and then top side. I guess I should actually do my homework before I start rolling this out, huh? You do have 2 different attachment points here at the top, which kind of nice little thing. I hook my keys there for work. I'm gonna take these off so they're not driving me nuts with the noise. I do also have, what did I do with them? I have, see, now I did something with them and I can't figure it out. I got some of those hero clips recently, and I haven't really used them a whole lot. I know I talked about them in one of my last videos, but I haven't really used them a ton. So I'm gonna, you know, give it some intent to use those this, you know, over the next couple weeks, so I can provide some feedback on them. So going back into the first exterior pocket here, just a front side zip. You can see it goes all the way to the front part of the bag here. I got big hands, and for reference, I wear either a 3XL or a 4XL glove. So large hands, and it goes from most of the height of the bag itself, and pretty good on the depth. It also has some organization in here. Hopefully you can kind of see that there. In here I just have battery bank. I got one of my knives, a couple pins. So you got some pin slots, a sleeve here. You can kind of see. You do have obviously a key clip if that's what you want to use that for. And then you have a see-through mesh pocket here for some additional items. And in there, I just have just a couple small items. I got some more AirPods, or not AirPods, some Jabra Elite 10. Those things are pretty sweet. Really good bass if you're in it for the bass. That's in it to win it there on those. And I think I have some spare contacts. How fun and exciting is that? Overall, it's got some pretty good storage to it. Some decent width there. You can fit quite a bit, and I think I've fit a 1-liter Civic flat pouch in there, pretty stuffed out, and it's been able to zip no problem. So, and again, one thing I love about these bags so far is just the zipper, the quality of the zipper. Man, you can feel it. So, next exterior pocket here, just kind of one of your quick access pockets. This, I won't tell you what it is, aka it's my hearing aids, which I don't ever wear. Huh? This access pocket, not too big, but it's decent. You know, it's about half the depth of my hand, a little wider than the width of my palm. So your sunglasses, some AirPods, some cables, things of that nature you can throw in there. And then at top you have another quick access pocket. This one I use quite a bit. Get some medication in there, my AirPods, Olight clip light, and then this one kind of runs the width of the bag. Not super deep, but definitely something where you can fit a battery bank, some other materials in there, some cables, again, AirPods. You know, you can throw even your camera if you use one of those, oh my gosh, Osmo Pocket 3s. You can easily slap that in there with a couple attachments on it. That would fit. And then probably, oh, and also too on the back side, you do have a luggage pass-through. So you can see that here. It would fit all standard size. I can't get my fat hand in there, but all standard size luggage pass through there. And this right here is probably my favorite feature of the bag. I keep hitting my camera mount here. I guess I should I'll just take my hat off. That might be a little better. I really love this feature, and I use the heck out of it. This right here, so you have 2 ways of accessing kind of your well, you have one way from the side access, and then you have a couple more sleeves inside, which we'll get to. But this right here is your side access to your tablets or your laptop. This is right here is a Remarkable 2 notepad. I just got that for work, and I love it. I actually use the heck out of it. I've been using that more and more. I love to write things down. The issue I was having was that I would have 2 or 3 different notebooks, and I'd forget which freaking notebook I wrote something in. So that, you know, lo and behold, I'd always grab the wrong notebook, and I'd go to pull pull the information back up and I didn't have it with me. iPad 13 fits in there no problem, plenty of room to spare. And this right here is a PC, 16-inch Samsung PC, tons of room. I mean, it says it'll fit a 16-inch. If I'm here in this main compartment, I think I can easily fit a 17-inch laptop in there. Obviously, you know, the padded sleeve to give you the most protection says it'll fit a 16-inch, and it does so with ease. And then you have obviously a strap there to keep it secure, to keep it tight in there. So I think I got pretty much it. Oh, a little hook points here. Slap a couple carabiners on, or if you want to get fancy, you could probably do even well, it doesn't really have a back loop here, but you can be creative, figure it out. And here is your typical clam shell design, where inside you have some more organization. You have a top compartment here. I just have, which is weird, but I have one little exercise rubber band in there for my kind of like shoulders, or really if I get bored. It does have a couple small sleeves to separate the organization in there even further. Put that back up. And then you have a larger, again, wider, almost a double width of my hand and as deep up to my wrist, see-through bag or pouch for more organization. And then here I just kind of have this with my daily gear for the most part for work. I have a Evergoods Civic 1 liter pouch. I just got this the other day, so I'm kind of playing around with this to see what kind of things I like to put in there, how often I access it and use it. It's pretty cool though. I love their 2 liter pouches, which I do not have in here right now, but they're 2 liter ones. I have 2 of them, and I think I have another one on its way. And then I picked up their little 1/2 liter pouch too, and I got a little battery bank in there, pins, a little cloth, and then so I'll get into a review of that later on, so I won't steal my own thunder. And this right here, this is not an Evergoods, but it also starts with an E. This is an Everly stock. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but that's what I'm going with. This is their new Fade Flex bag, or newer. And so obviously I have some things in here, but I'll do a review on this bag itself later on when I get some more time with it. I just got it, what is it, Thursday? I just got it on Monday actually, so haven't had too much time to play around with it. And then here's just one more additional sleeve. It's a stretchy neoprene, or not neoprene, but stretchy material sleeve. I just have a notepad in there, old school notepad. But you can see that you can fit another laptop in there, or a tablet, with plenty of room to spare. You could easily fit probably at least 2, maybe even a third 2 liter Civic pouch in here. Yeah, the third one would be kind of tight, so maybe a 2 liters and a 1 liter flat pouch. But yeah, I mean, I don't want this review to go on too long, but I really like this bag, and I've used it for, again, the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and on a daily basis for work. And this is quickly becoming probably one of my top bags that I've used, and I've quickly kind of fell in love with it. I got another bag from Evergoods on its way, and I am sure I will end up, purchasing a couple more to use for different purposes. But overall, for this bag, like for who it's for, I would say anybody for work. It comes in 2 colors. This is the OD green and black. Anything work related, right? Whether you got tech gear, or you just, you got even a gym bag. It's got room for gym shoes. Obviously, it doesn't have any separate storage for dirty clothes or anything else like that. But daily, everyday carry, loadouts, work, play, travel. It's a great carry-on size. It'll slide easily underneath the chair in front of you. Probably good for just even a weekend trip. If you use a couple packing cubes, some rolling up stuff tight, and kind of, yeah, that's about it. So let me know what you think. As I, again, always like to kind of wrap it up too, please like and subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, Hopefully this channel becomes something, to carry on my son's name and to, showcase that purpose and to give back to the community, to give back to the area, and maybe, who knows, eventually beyond. But just something where we're doing more than just, what we're doing in the moment. It's got to be much broader. It's got to be a much bigger purpose. So until next time, and I'm sure next time will probably be another bag review. Hopefully maybe it'll be some dirt bike riding, but thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time. Maybe half of your attention. You're probably multitasking. No shame on you. I do the same thing. And we'll talk to you later.